Welcome back to my channel. For today we're going to be talking all about the new Dior Forever 24-Hour Wear Matte Foundation. That is a long title. Before we get started, I just want to apologize for my appearance. If I look tired, baby, it's because I am. I haven't slept in 2 nights because Murillo has been sick. I believe it's allergy related, but he is the most dramatic, the most noisiest, the most over-the-top sick person I've ever come in contact with. The moans, the grunts, the snotting, the coughing, all of it. So excuse me if I look a little dead in the face. It's because I feel dead, but you know, I've got my tea here, I've got my water, and we're gonna push through the video. So if you guys are familiar with me, you know that one of my favorite foundations is the Dior BackStage in the shade 5W, the most perfect shade match for me ever. Absolutely love this foundation. It's lightweight, it's matte, it's waterproof, it stands up in the heat, and I don't get crazy oily with it. I'll be sure to post my review on it down below. Check it out. I highly recommend this foundation. Prior to this, about 4 years ago, I had only tried one Dior foundation, and that was the Dior Skin Star, and that hands down was the most beautiful foundation I'd ever put on my face. However, it broke me out, so I was a little bit skeptical about trying this one out because I had that bad experience with the previous one, but this one does well. So when I saw that Dior was coming out with not one but 2 new foundations, they have the Dior Forever, the 24-Hour High Perfection Skin Caring Matte Foundation, and they also have a glow version. Y'all already know this oily girl is not touching the glow version. So what we're going to do today, I went to compare the two because when I was reading the specs of it, they seem to be very similar. The Dior BackStage and the new Dior Forever, the matte version. So I have been testing out the new Dior foundation because I wanted to know what's the difference. Like, how different can it be from the BackStage? And boy, there is one huge difference. So what I'm going to do is, for the demo part today, it's going to be very different just simply because I'm only going to put the foundation and powder on, just simply because unfortunately the new Dior Forever matte foundation broke me out. Oh my gosh. So I'll zoom in. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it because it's starting to clear up, but so if you guys can see here, I've got these little bumps right here, and that is due to the lovely Dior Forever matte foundation, and I had a few here. I wasn't sure if it was a foundation just simply because when I was testing it out, I was on my period at the same time, so I kind of thought whatever, it's hormonal. But here's why it is so important to just be aware of your body. My hormonal breakouts are totally different than when I use a product and it breaks me out. It's a rare occasion that something does break me out, but when I have a hormonal breakout, it's typically just like 1, 2, or 3 large cystic bumps, and then it's gone. If it's a product that breaks me out, it's always very small little bumps, and it's typically in the forehead area. So just know your body. So on one side, I'm going to put the new Dior matte foundation, and then on the other side, we're going to do the BackStage. I wore both of these foundations in my favorite YouTubers video and in my Makeup Forever video. So if you want to see how they look with a full face on, you can check those videos out. One side is the BackStage, one side is the Dior Forever. And just so that I'm not getting any cross-contamination, I'm not using my typical Makeup Forever brush that I would normally use, because I know that's another reason why I broke out. Obviously, I didn't know the foundation was going to break me out, and I was just, you know, using my regular foundation brush, and then the next day when I used it, I didn't clean it, so, you know, little cross-contamination. So on this side here, this is the new Dior. Now, I have the shade 6N. The shades for the Dior Forever Wear are really interesting. I feel like all they had was just neutral, which kind of threw me because this, to me, as you saw when I put it on, there is nothing neutral about it. In fact, to me, it looks very orange. So this is matte, 100% medium coverage. This cost, y'all, are you ready, a whopping $52, baby. $52. The shade, it's a little orange, but you know, it's not a full coverage foundation, so it's not going to be super noticeable if it's off. If you're rocking with a foundation that's 100% full coverage and your shade is not spot on, then yes, it's not forgiving and it will definitely show through. However, if you're only working with something that is like a medium to sheer coverage, then yes, you can get away with it. Now it says medium to full. I find this to be medium only. I tried really hard the other day to build it up, and it just, to me, it did not build up very good whatsoever. So I'm not going to take this up on my forehead, obviously, because we got some problems going on up there right now. So I'm just going to keep this low. So I have done, you know, 2 layers, and this is what we're looking like with 2 layers. And so this is the new Dior Forever 24-hour matte foundation. Is it matte? Absolutely matte. Full coverage? Nah, girl, she ain't full coverage. So I'm going to close this up, and we're gonna go ahead and toss her in the trash can because we won't be using her again. Also, in the other videos when I was wearing the Dior foundations, I was wearing the Dior Forever concealer, the Dior Skin Forever Undercover Concealer. No problems with the concealer. I've been using this since holiday, since Christmas time. I like this a lot. Is it a bad concealer? No. Is it life-changing? No, but it is a good concealer. And then on this side, we are going to go ahead and go, whoa. We're going to go in with the Dior BackStage in the shade 5W with my Makeup Forever 108 foundation brush, the best foundation brush in the world. So as you can see, 5 warm when it goes on. It definitely is not as orange as 6W, which I find bizarre because I would expect 5 warm to be more orange than a 6 than a neutral. You know what I mean? Neutral shades to me typically don't ever look warm. And the 6N for the other foundation looks very warm. Now, I feel like as far as how these foundations go on, exactly the same. The only thing that is different is just the shades are different. They go on the same. This one, the Dior BackStage, does seem to be a little bit more watery. I know the Dior Forever, that one does come with a pump. This one is not. It comes in the little squeezy tube, so that's something else that you want to think about as well. And same thing for this one. Is it, do they say that, hold on, let me double check to see what they say about finish is matte. Okay, coverage. This one just says, see, this one just says medium coverage, and that's what it is. For me, I'm not a full coverage kind of girl. That's something I had to come to terms with. Really quick, because I know someone's going to point it out, I am very much aware that the top of my forehead is not blended out. Like I said earlier, I'm breaking out up there, and I just didn't want to take the chances of irritating it anymore, so that's why it is not well blended or all the way to the top of my forehead on either side. The other day, along with me not liking to have my concealer 5 shades lighter up under the eyes, medium coverage. So this is just with 1 layer on this side for the BackStage, and this is 2 layers on the right hand side here with the Dior Forever. That's supposed to be medium to full. Identical, the same. Just for kicks and giggles, I will go ahead and throw on some concealer for you guys really quick, and my shade in the Dior concealer is 050. And sorry guys for not going in and doing a full face. I just, like I said, I'm working through a breakout right now, and there's no point in me putting on a full face if I know I'm just going to wash my face. But I just wanted to show you guys how these products apply side by side, so that way if you're curious and you need to know, okay, which one should I get? And the concealer is a medium coverage. It's so funny because when it goes on, I'm kind of like, oh, it's gonna be nice and full, but it's not. I just build it up a little bit, and I don't mind the shade at all. I thought at first it was gonna be too light for me, but it's not. And boom, we are covered. And then we are going to set everything with a little translucent powder. And then after I take this off, I will not be wearing any liquid foundation for the next 4 days, because I have got to get my skin back together. I know this looks really weird with me with foundation and no brows on, but just bear with me, okay? So on this side, Dior Forever, and this side is the Dior BackStage. Again, this one is only meant to be medium coverage. That's why you can still see my acne dark scars. Over here on this side, it is meant to be medium to full. I can still see my skin through it and a few little acne spots there. Nothing too crazy. Are these foundations different? The Dior Forever is matte. It wears well. It is not a medium to full coverage. It is only a medium. It breaks me out, and it is $52. The shade, like I said, because it's not a straight full coverage, I can get away with 6N, and it's fine. I feel like the foundation shade range for the Dior Forever is strange. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Now switching over to the Dior BackStage. Love the shade. Perfect. $42. Doesn't have that crazy fragrance to it, and it does not break me out. And as far as I'm concerned, I think these two look identical. Medium coverage, absolutely. The thing is, both of these hold up well on me. I've worn them both to work. I've had them on for long periods of time. No problems as far as oil controlling. But if you're deciding which one to get, I would say get the Dior BackStage, because for one, the shade range is way better. Two, it doesn't have that fragrance in it, so you have a better chance of it not breaking you out. And three, this is $40. Just go with this. That's gonna wrap up my thoughts on the new Dior foundation. I need to go wipe this off of my face immediately. Let me know down below if you plan on trying this, or if you have and did it break you out. Please let me know. Y'all know the deal. Keep it simple, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.